Okay, hello everybody, welcome back to Tea and Tarot. Today's reading is all about messages that are meant to find you right now. Today we have 3 piles and we have a pick a pile reading. So to choose your pile, you essentially choose the pile you feel most intuitively drawn to, either based on the number of the pile, the timestamp of the pile, maybe those numbers resonate with you, or the object on top. And if you do like to choose crystals, I will get into those with you now. So for pile 1, we have some rare and natural purple labradorite. For pile 2, we have some golden green labradorite. And for pile 3, we have a Carnelian half moon druzy. Once you have chosen your pile, there will be a timestamp in the description box below for you to find your reading more easily, and I will meet you there. Bye! Okay, hello my pile ones, welcome to your reading. You chose this stunning purple labradorite stone. Before we get into your cards, I actually want to draw you some tea leaf cards first. Okay, so let's get into your tea leaf cards. What are some important messages for pile 1 right now? Okay, so let's see what you've got. So, for your tea leaf cards, you have the Throne, position of authority. Oh my goodness, you have wealth. You also have Kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. You also have Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So I definitely see a well-earned position of authority here, because obviously you do have this card which sort of donates this wealth, fame, recognition coming your way, and then you've got the Throne and wealth card in your tea leaf cards to sort of back that up, as well as the financial gain card here as well. And with Judgment and the Ace of Pipes, there's a lot of new opportunities coming your way. You've done everything right. You've got really good karma that's sort of working with you right now to sort of bring you these opportunities, and it's definitely on your side. Like, good karma, good luck, good fortune, it's all on your side at the minute. So what's coming in for you is very, very positive. You're going to be becoming a lot more recognized for the work that you do. This is going to really improve your income, and it's also going to improve the name that you've built for yourself as well. You're also going to be getting a lot of new ideas, either to do with your business or creatively, like your side hustle maybe, things like that. But you're going to suddenly get this surge of ideas, and with that there's going to come sort of an opportunity that sort of comes out of nowhere. And this opportunity is also something you have to seize very, very quickly. You don't really have time to sort of think about whether or not this is a good idea, whatever this opportunity is that's coming in. You kind of just have to act on your emotion in the moment. This is a very overwhelming shift in your sort of circumstances. So you have to remember to stay really clear and grounded and focus and sort of plan ahead for everything that's coming your way. Because it can create these really tumultuous emotions where it's just very overwhelming. It's a lot for you to handle. And because of this, it sort of unsettles you a bit. It unsettles your life. It ruffles things up. It changes things. And so because of that, obviously a shift to so much success is a big transition. And it takes a lot to sort of get on board with all these changes that are happening. So it's really important that you focus on planning. There is something in your past. There definitely is something in your past that, for whatever reason, this success is coming in with it, regardless of whatever's going to happen. But there's something in the past that first needs to be dealt with. And I don't think you have to deal with it. It's just something that's going to come up in your life. It's just the universe doing its thing. So you've not actually got to do anything to bring it in. But there's something in your past, potentially very positive, because it says financial gain usually coming from something in your past. But as well with these cards over here, this is kind of saying there's something that needs to be dealt with first. Something you've built up and worked on really well and really, really positively in the past is now coming to fruition and it's paying off. And maybe that wealth that's sort of coming in is what gives you the space and time and the resources you need to get to your throne, if that makes sense. So maybe that's the thing that kind of propels this success forward. But something you did in the past is definitely starting to reap in money. Maybe it was like a book you wrote years ago that never really kicked off, and now all of a sudden everyone loves it and it's like selling out and it's the number one seller. Maybe it's, a project you worked on in your job and you're finally getting recognised for the fact that you handled all of the work involved in that. And so you're the one who deserves the recognition, the promotion, the financial benefits that come with that. So I just see definitely so much positivity coming in, especially in terms of your image, your social image. So that's all really amazing, really, really positive. I'd like to also get into any angel numbers that may be coming up for you that may indicate when things are going to start changing. So if you start seeing these sort of angel numbers in your day-to-day, it might be an indication that this is either coming in, or you need to start planning ahead, or that you're moving towards this. It's kind of indicating that you're transitioning into this success. So let's take a look at some of your angel numbers as well. Okay, so you have 77. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the one on top. So let's take a look at your specific angel number. I have my little, grimoire book that I've written loads of things in, so this is where I keep angel number meanings. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so it says here that number 77, rewards are coming to you. Wow. So that is definitely going to be a sign for you. If you see numbers like just 7 or 77, this is going to be a clear indication that these sort of gifts are coming your way. It seems like there's no sort of warnings for you, it's just pure gifts going on. Let's see if we've got any more angel numbers. 69. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Expand your knowledge, start a new course, or learn a new skill. This kind of brings me back to need to plan ahead, unsettled times. Because this is such a big change, you might actually be moving into brand new territory. It might be a completely new field of work, a completely new environment that you're going to be going into, and you may actually have to sort of study and learn about this new sort of role that you're taking on, just to sort of help you with that transition. And let's see if you've got one more angel number. You have 78. I don't know if you can see it, but that's the one that's on top there. Listen to someone who needs an ear. This will help them. This is bringing me back to the Judgment card, because that was all about your good karma, and you have kind of put this effort in that has made you have this good karma come back to you. It's paid off. You've done something good that has brought goodness back to you, which is reminding me of this card as well, where it's saying usually from the past. Maybe some of you might have been a therapist or something like that, or a psychologist, and your actual job is to listen to people and help them, which has sort of created a name for you and moved you up. But for others of you, it could just literally be that you have done a good deed and now that karma is coming back if that makes sense. It might not just be in a financial way, it could just be the recognition that you get for that kind of then kicks off all this wealth and this success. Because you definitely are, like, you've got the wealth card, so there's a lot coming your way, especially monetarily. But it could also just be initiated by something like a small act of kindness towards somebody that then creates this name for you and this recognition that then helps you get to these places as well. Okay, so that was your reading pile ones. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you felt drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. Otherwise, I hope to see you here next week on Fridays for another reading on Tea and Tarot. Bye. Okay, hello my pile twos. Welcome to your reading. You chose this really lovely gold labradorite. Ugh, stunning. Literally love it. But before we actually get into your cards, I do just want to pull some tea leaf reading cards for you. So I have this bag here where I have shuffled a bunch of these, and we're going to get into just a couple of your cards. So this one's kind of coming out to me, so we're going to put that there. Okay. Also gonna get this one, and I'm feeling that one as well. Okay. So let's get into your cards. So first of all, you have younger woman, dealings or relationships with a younger woman. Secondly, you have a gong, an exciting event. You also have goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. You also have kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. And then you also have gavel, involvement with the law. Okay, now let's take a look at your other cards. Okay, so you have the 9 of buds, first of all. And then this is the 10 of buds. And then you also have the 4 of bungs as well. For some reason, this card, like, I kind of felt connections between these two, so I'm going to interpret those together. This is interesting. So I feel like you may have, some of you, and if this doesn't resonate, you can obviously, choose another pile if that feels right for you. But for some of you, I do feel like you've worked really well and really hard towards being financially independent and being able to support yourself. I think you finally feel safe. You may have had quite a tumultuous past where maybe you didn't feel safe. But now that you've sort of taken care of yourself, you do just feel a lot safer because you're the one sort of in control of your finances and things like that. And so because of that, sometimes if you've had like a really tricky past and then now you feel really safe and comfortable, it can feel really strange and unusual and almost boring because even though it's not boring, it can feel that way just because it's something you're not used to. And so you may, feel like you all of a sudden like have to do something spontaneous, suddenly go do something like an exciting event because you're feeling a little bit empty. You're confusing your sense of safety with it being boring when actually you should try and work on your relaxation. I think you might have a hard time relaxing, and so you've always got to go and do something. And so I feel like for some of you, you're doing something really risky. You're sort of going out there and creating some excitement in your life because you've finally got this material wealth. You feel like safe and supported, which you're confusing for a sense of boringness. And so you're going out there to try and sort of create a sense of excitement and thrill and adrenaline. You're feeling really like unsettled. And so you're going to go out and create a really exciting there are sort of two paths for you. You're either going to go out and do something reckless, and for whatever reason, I really feel like you're going to have like a spontaneous marriage. Like, that's just what I'm feeling like. Or you're going to do something spontaneous with a partner, a romantic partner, that ends up getting you in trouble. So it could be like, well, I don't want to give you ideas, but I just feel like you could do something not like a little bit silly just because you're like, you might be drunk and you might be like in high spirits and you want to do something reckless, and so you and your partner might do something stupid, which then gets you in trouble. Maybe it could even just be like a parking ticket where you're like, I just want to go meet this person, and so you park like somewhere you shouldn't have parked. Like, it could be as simple as that. But I definitely either feel like someone is recklessly getting married at like a courthouse really quickly, or you're just doing something which then gets you in trouble. And what the message is here is that instead of doing these sort of reckless things and going for an exciting event, you need to sort of settle down and plan and work through these feelings as well. So there are sort of two paths for you. I don't know if you have already done these things or if these are things you're going to do, but there are basically two paths. You can either choose to do that, yes, fun but reckless activity, or you can be like, you know what, I recognize that this feeling that I'm having isn't actually emptiness, it's peace, and I've never felt that before, so it's confusing for me. Let me sit down and process my emotions. Let me get comfortable with finally relaxing, teaching myself how to relax, how to feel calm in this new space, in this new environment where I'm safe and I'm protected and I am in control of my life and my finances and my housing situation. So you can either, you're going to go, there's sort of these two paths that are opening up for you that you can choose from, and you can either choose to work through those emotions, process them, and ultimately develop yourself as a person, work on your self-development and your spiritual growth, or you can keep doing sort of reckless things to fill that sort of temporary desire for you to have some quick like adrenaline rush, fun feelings of a little bit of stress and anxiety that ultimately won't change you. It will keep you stuck as the person you are if you go down that road versus choosing this one. Ultimately, this is all sort of coming up because you've worked really hard, you've done really well for yourself, you've created sort of a name for yourself, you're established, and you've created a lot of wealth and abundance. And so because of that, all of these feelings are now coming up, these unprocessed feelings, and you can either process them or keep indulging them. That's essentially the message for you today. Okay, I wanted to see what three sort of angel numbers might be coming up for you that might indicate that now's the time to make a choice, settle those feelings and process them. Basically, I'm going to roll a dice and see what your the three most prominent angel numbers are regarding this situation. And if these angel numbers come up in your day-to-day, maybe it's like the time on your phone or something. This could be like an indication that you might be feeling those sort of empty feelings and you need to process them. So, okay, it rolled off screen, but you got number 1. So I'm gonna look in my little grimoire book and see what I wrote as number 1. Okay, open your heart to someone who is difficult. This is interesting because I feel like with this card here, I felt like it was a partner. By the way, your partner might not be a woman. It's just that, a person is coming up. You can just interpret that as a person. Whoever that looks like for you is who it is referring to. But it makes me feel like because they're also willing to go along on these journeys with you and do these reckless things, they might also want some sort of guidance and some sort of peace and to feel calm. And maybe if you, work through your, high emotions and you kind of feel a bit more settled, you can even guide them maybe and like just give them advice and be like, hey, this worked for me, So it's good to kind of get yourself grounded so you could help ground others as well. again rolled off screen, but you got 17. Family is your fortune. Love and cherish them. Okay, yeah, it definitely, the message here, on top of all your other messages, is definitely to work on these relationships. Definitely try and work on yourself so that you can have the best possible foundation to build your family on, because that's where your true peace is going to lie, is with your family. Okay, you also got 69. Let's see. Expand your knowledge, start a new course, or learn a new skill. So this is bringing me back to this. I feel like this is your new skill that you need to learn is definitely how to process your emotions. This is something you're not used to. This is something you don't know how to do. And I think finally working on that, deciding, no, I'm going to do the inner work I need to do to develop myself personally, to help with my spiritual and personal growth. And that is the skill that you're going to learn on how to manage your emotions so much better and recognize when you're sort of feeling a bit triggered and know how to bring yourself back down from that as well. To recognize when this sense of emptiness is actually not emptiness, it's silence, it's peace, and you're just not used to that feeling. It's about working through those, and that's something new that you've got to kind of wrap your head around and learn. So I definitely say the numbers 6 or 9 or 69 together. These are, that angel number in particular is calling on you to work on sort of grounding yourself. Okay, so that was your reading pile 2. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. And if you felt drawn to any other piles, feel free to check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Fridays for another reading on TìandTarot. Bye. Hello my Palfreys, welcome to your reading. Before I get into your cards, I do actually just want to pull some tea leaf cards for you first. Apologies for this, are you really a tarot reader if your cards aren't a little bit worn, But yeah, I just wanted to pull some tea leaf cards for you. I've shuffled them about a bit. I'm going to pull them from this bag. So, what important messages are coming through for pile 3 right now? What important messages, I felt that one, are coming through for pile 3? And that one. You're getting 6. Even though, okay, this one also, these two also popped out just as I was putting the thing down. So you're getting a lot of cards actually. Okay, so let's take a look at these. We might have to sort of create some space here because there's too many cards. But firstly, you have bowl, plenty of material things. You also have box. You will receive a gift. Ooh. You also have tower, solid foundation, success with effort. You also have tulip, great passion. You also have dog, protection from a powerful friend. Interesting. You also have February. Okay, so this is an important month for you, February. You also have victory in some endeavor. And then you also have gong, an exciting event. Okay, interesting. I've got to figure out where I could put all this. Let me shimmy these up a little bit. And let's get into your other cards. So firstly, you have the 6 of buds. You also have the 7 of buds. And you have the King of Joints as well. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that you are sort of wondering if this thing that you've been working on is going to pay off. It definitely is going to pay off, but you've been working on something that you're really passionate about, but you've been working on it sort of arduously with sort of no results or very few results. And so you're thinking, is this gonna work out? You want it to happen now. You want it to happen now because you've been working on it so long, so you're kind of impatient. And this is kind of telling you, don't rush it. Don't mess this up. So keep doing what you're doing. Because the longer you work on it, you're building this sort of solid foundation for yourself. There's success with effort. This effort you're putting in is not in vain into this endeavor that you're doing, that you're working on. You're definitely going to have victory in this pursuit, but you've got to be patient. So don't rush it. You are really skilled at whatever this is that you've been working on, you're really skilled at it. You're really good at this thing. It's definitely going to pay off for you because you've got that skill and that talent and you've been putting in a lot of effort, but you can't rush perfection, and because we have February here, this is letting me know that it might take a while. I'm currently filming this in March, so this is next year where this actually might pay off. You might be watching this in, I might upload this in maybe May, so I definitely, or May or April, so you've got almost kind of a year until this thing is really going to pay off, but when it does, it's just going to be so rewarding. It takes a long time with this card. This is saying it takes a long time to sort of grow your plants, sow your seeds, but when it does, you then get this amazing, red pepper at the end that you get to throw into your, spag bowl. So definitely don't give up. Keep pursuing it and don't get too sort of eager to get to the end because that's going to make you feel like you want to burn out. It's going to make you feel like this is fruitless when it is definitely not. Like you've got like a bowl here filled with fruit. You're feeling like this is a fruitless endeavor, but really it's going to bring in so many material things for you. It's going to bring in the success that you're looking for. So definitely don't give up on whatever this is, whether it's a work endeavor, like a business thing or a side hustle. It's a slow journey, but it's definitely headed somewhere good, somewhere positive. It might happen, that success might happen in February. And this is with these cards as well, this is backing up all of these messages. And then you also have here, which is really interesting, but you have protection from a powerful friend. So a friend of yours, it may be actually helping you on this journey. So they might either be in the industry that you're looking to go into, that you're working really hard towards, and they might sort of be rooting for you on the sidelines, telling everybody, oh my god, you have to try their product, or you have to go for them for the services that you provide because they're the best. And they could actually be bigging you up a lot behind the scenes, or sort of handing people out your business cards or whatever, or maybe making the calls to sort of give you the connections that helps to sort of keep your progress moving. But you've definitely got support from somebody, which is really, really lovely. On top of that, you will receive a gift. And with the Six of Buds, someone's going to be really generous towards you. It could be this friend. It could be that your friend is giving you this gift. It could be that their efforts is the gift. But someone is going to be really generous towards you, helping you through this journey, especially if you're in need of like some help. Maybe that's effort. Maybe you physically need someone to do something or be there or help you pack products. Either way, someone's going to be really generous towards you. And with this gift, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing somebody help you, particularly a friend. But you also have an exciting event. So between now and February, something's going to happen. I feel like it's more in the later half of the year, maybe in the middle. But I definitely see that something's going to happen that's going to kind of so say your business is sort of progressing very, very slowly, and every day the success of your business improves by like 2% every day. Whatever this really exciting event is, it's gonna all of a sudden make your business progress by like 20% overnight. And that's gonna make you feel like things are finally moving, this is the success part, and you're gonna kind of get carried away because it's such a big like boost in whatever you're working on. But you have to remind yourself not to get carried away, because that's not the success yet. It feels like it because it was such an amazing big event, but that wasn't it. There's still so much more to come. So don't get carried away. Don't pull off or like away from the hard work that you've been putting into it. Keep putting the hard work in, because it's going to reap so much more benefits. You're definitely at the top, or you're gonna be at least at the top of whatever this is. So say it's like a specific industry, like you want to be like a pastry chef and the best pastry chef in the world. You're gonna get there, like you're gonna be on top. So that's sort of like the message that's coming through for you. It's really positive. You've just got all this really great support. There's so much goodness coming your way, so many positive things, but your passion and your hard work is what's fueling this. You know, you can't have success without effort and without your passion, and that's gonna bring in this victory for you, you know. So you have to just keep persevering and keep heading towards what it is you want. But there's so much support for you. Someone's being really generous towards you as well on this journey. Just keep putting the hard work in and you will get here to this victory place. Okay, I also wanted to see what 3 angel numbers are gonna kind of crop up between now and February that may indicate that you're like on the path to success, and now's the time to sort of put effort in and remember to stay grounded. So these angel numbers could come up in like the time on your phone, or you know, on like a billboard as you're passing it, or maybe a bus passes you and it has this number on it. These are just going to be like indications that success is sort of coming your way. So you've got 44 first of all as your first angel number. I'm gonna look in my book and see what that is. Okay, first of all, you have try a new creative hobby. That's really interesting. I was feeling like this journey that you're on is relatively new. So you would have started it within the past sort of 3 to 6 months. This is a pretty new endeavor. It could mean try like another new thing, but I feel like it's this current one that you're on. And it is just telling you to give this a go and see it through for at least a year. And then, you know, see where it takes you. You have number 1. Let's see what that is. April popped into my head for some reason. So maybe because there's this V here that's reminding me of Aries. The King reminds me of Aries, and then you've also got number 1, and it reminds me of first house. So April and Aries keep coming into my mind. Maybe you've got to have that like Aries spirit when you're on this journey, and also maybe something's happening in April. Maybe you're starting something new, or some sort of milestone is going to happen in April. But you have number 1, open your heart to someone who is difficult. That's bringing me back to this friend. You and this friend might bond because you've helped them through something, and that sort of created good karma for you, which is then helping to boost all of your success. Okay. So you have 52. So let's see what that is. Prepare for busy times. Next week will be demanding. There's some sort of success that's coming in that's making you busy. So it could be you've got a bunch more orders, or maybe you've got higher demand for whatever product you're selling because you're getting this attention and recognition and this success. So yeah, that's amazing. Those were your 3 angel numbers. You know, keep a lookout for those. And that was your reading pile 3. So if you enjoyed this reading, please give me a like, comment and subscribe. If you were drawn to any other piles, feel free to check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Fridays for another reading on Tea and Tarot. Bye.